a lot of people come to the same conclusion about the game, but I have another theory. So it'll be a case of I'll explain as I go the various plot points that I see that it makes sense to me. And just a disclaimer, like, by no means am I religious or anything like that, but this, what I've found, has very religious base to it.
Tick tock, 12 o'clock. Time to go to bed.
Because a lot of things I've read is that this game tries to emulate what it's like to have a dream, and which is a fascinating concept, to replicate a dreamlike state. And of course, the first playthrough of the game, I was overwhelmed by all that imagery, symbolism, things you would, if you could remember a dream, you would see it. Fascinating stuff, and I'm sure there's a hell of a lot I missed the first time round.
I thought I was over you, but I have to admit, it was great seeing you after so long. Maybe I was wrong about us.
Now, this woman
I
here
don't know.
is called
It's a big decision.
Dana.
Come see me when you've made up your mind.
D-A-N-A. So I did a bit of research into the name, and because I was thinking, right, this has very strong religious roots, I think, to the game. This is what I'm getting from it. And Dana in Hebrew means God is judge, or God has judged, which I will explain more of that. Keep that in your head. I will explain more of that coming forward into the game. Like, this game is so interesting. There's so much to it. So we'll get through it. So overwhelming. I'm pretty sure I missed a hell of a lot. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you. Yeah, I did a bit of research. I did a bit of digging today. And Hebrew means the judgment of God. God has judged. And just like at the end of the game, the way she's leading you throughout the game is like, the way I'm seeing is that giving you the perspective of God. Or if you had the choice to be God, what decisions would you make? What would you feel about humanity? Also, that little bit of a twist with the mirror. I won't spoil too much of it for whoever else is watching, but that twist with the mirror when you see your own reflection, it talks about God did create humanity in his own image. Symbolism. Well, that's what I've gotten from it so far. I'm pretty sure I missed a hell of a lot of the first places. I'm going to try and get through it here again and see if I can find any more tidbits. I don't remember this. Actually.
He's coming for you. You have to hurry.
The Reddit theory. No, I've read a few theories online, and there's been a few general consensus of how it's mainly that, you know, this is like, how would I describe it? Would be all of humanity's, like, depravities, all the, like, the sins of humanity is a very hyped up version of it, which you see throughout the entire game. But if you look deeper, there's also little bits and glimmers of hope, which is where my theory comes into it. Now, I don't think I read this the first time round, because I didn't really know about the boxes. So, the thing crawled, shivered into his bed. I love you, it said, you are mine, and I am yours. But its mouth was a dark hole, and its skin hung loose on its bones. Okay. get a chance to read this comment if you haven't yet. I will indeed, I will check it out. Because it's really interesting. I'm pretty sure I missed this as well. See, I didn't know. Okay, this is a dead bird. Interesting.
Buddy, when'd you get back in town? How you been? Man, if you're here, we have to meet up. You know, spray the town red like the old days. I just have
and the thing is as well, this whole premise of you coming back, into this world, is another kind of hint of my theory, because you know a lot of belief in like God's gone away, God's done his thing. You know, a lot of shows touch off that as well in media culture, that God no longer watches over the earth. So it's a case of he's back. He's here to pass judgment. And Dana, who in Hebrew means God's judgment, God has judged, is leading you towards his judgment. And what you see throughout your experience allows you to make a decision. I just have to remember I can run in this. Like when I first played this and when I got to the end credits, I was overwhelmed by absolutely everything that what I just saw. I had so many theories running through my head. I just had to process it and be like, what the fuck did I just witness? What did I just experience? But after some little bit of thinking and key moments really brought it together in my mind. Because there's the layer of that it is half the fun, it really is. The gasping fish in the palm of the hand, the fishbowl close by, how tasty it is to be a god, even a tiny god, even just for a moment. And if anyone else that is watching this has theories of their own, feel free to shout them out. Very interested to know what other people think as well. But every little thing, like even you see it coming up. Now again, if you haven't watched this game before, I'm gonna try and not spoil it too much, because it was just it's an experience.
You're alive, dude. Enjoy what you want to. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Today is a fucking realization. Yesterday is gone, like fucking 2,000, 5,000 years ago. Either you believe a truth or you believe a lie. Some may live and some may die. Predominant thought rules the cosmos. Laugh about it, it's a joke.
Because like throughout the game, my first initial fear was that this was going to be some kind of purgatory / hell that your character's gone through because of this relationship between the two characters, and how quickly that kind of theory fades out. Because I was thinking, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna go into this world, you're gonna find out you're a murderer or something, and you're paying for your sins or something like that. But no, it's not that at all. If it wasn't for Joshua saying like think beyond
some
characters,
people are closer to that
it
consciousness
started me
than
thinking,
others.
yeah,
There's vibrations, there's thoughts, there's contact, and some people are just in tune with that. And when they allow it to happen, they can hear and see and help those spirits pass on, move on, continue on, or give them a message or take a message from them. That definitely could happen.
No, I definitely missed a load of those quotes the first time. Be it because when I read the description of this game, it was saying it was a horror game, you know, survival kind of horror. And that's kind of a throw in the dark there. That kind of puts you on edge and stops you exploring a little bit because you want to survive. But again, that's not necessarily true. You can't be afraid of creepy crawlies in this game because you're going to miss out on some of these little quotes and some of these little nitbits that kind of piece together your own experience. Okay, 30 other need to work on. 40 waiting in the station. 2,000 in the streets, 5,000 in the city, 40 million sleeping, 5 billion breathing. This playthrough, I'm going to be definitely dissecting everything I can. There's a payphone.
Sorry, got disconnected there. So, why'd you come back? Wait a second. You're here to see Dana, you dog.
See
what? You gonna get back
one
together
line
again?
there as well.
What was
Made
that?
me think.
Is there someone there with
You're
you?
here to see Dana, you've come back. Dana meaning judgment. So you can finally come to make a judgment. Okay. Now I think I need to go back. Yeah. There's some little tidbits around here, if I remember. We are the shadows of shadows of shadows, 1,000 generations of shadows flickering on the bare cave walls. If you close your eyes tight, you might remember which one was you. Alright. One more over the other end.
You can only ask a question that only you can answer. That's the trick about questions. You contemplate things before those who told you what to contemplate thought. When you're born, you don't know. So you come into this place. But it doesn't replace like knowing or thinking about a seed being planted in the ground. We were seeds being planted to grow into sons. People need to hear that or they'll die.
I'm definitely going to be going through this whole playthrough with my theory in mind, because I want to basically, like, because after my first playthrough I was thinking to myself, you know, it's a solid theory. Okay. Right. didn't see this the first time. Can I interact with that? What the? That symbol pops up every now and again. Amazing circle. Actually amazing what you missed the first time round. Statue, feel its sculptor's hands, such an intimate touch, blink back tears as the chisel does its work, crude lips half parted to answer the unasked question. See, I don't think I went down this way either.
What happens when you die, what happens to your mind? It's for eternity sort of thing. You don't remember everything that happened before you were born, you just sort of popped into life like that, so I think you kind of get sad if you think about it, but if you think about it, like, it's going to happen to everyone eventually. There's nothing you can do about it, it's inevitable. I don't think anyone really knows, I don't think we'll ever know until it happens. I like to think that maybe something happens and you die and you do something, I don't know, or like the human race will go on to, I don't know.
One thing I'd love to know as well, where, like, because these... Okay.
Is this really how it was? It's so hard to remember.
What comes part of my theory as well is that the things that Donna says throughout the game, like that quote there, I think it's like in and itself that you the player and Donna, you're the same entity. Donna's the guide towards your decision.
Hey there, buddy. What? Dana was there just now? Then why are you on the phone talking to me? Get going. You're gonna miss your chance.
There. Did you get jump scared? See, I was so frightened of these guys at first because I was like, what the fuck? But no, not so much. That I can do a little bit of exploration. See, I missed this the first time round.
I'm standing here minding my own business, and all of a sudden, you know, I've been told that the darker beings, they see your light, they're jealous of it, and they may lash out at you. when I sense that, I try not to give some of the like over the top people. I don't even give them eye contact, and that usually works. They'll just keep walking. Yeah, just don't give them the eye contact. They can't latch on to you.
You see, that's an interesting statement. Fucking is one way to do it, but if you just open your eyes, there it is. You can make your own shitty little shit baby just by looking at it and kicking it and hurting it, and that shitty little shit baby is yours. Okay, alrighty. Is there anything up here? I don't want to miss anything this time around. You're dragging a thing in a bag. It's a heavy thing, and the bag is red and wet. And when you try to remember how long it has been, you realize that all you can remember is the bag and dragging it behind you forever and ever and ever. Hey, is it Matthew? Matthew? Thank you, and greetings from Ireland. Oh, hi there. He's shutting doors. So I'm going to go up here, because I didn't before. Did I miss? Or TV. I'm wondering what the whole imagery with turning the television off is. Because you can you turn back on? Doesn't really make that much sense, okay. Mommy cried so much when she found baby chop chop chop. The chopper had chopped him up good, but kisses made the baby all better. Everything right back where like it should be, all yummy and sticky and neat. Like some of these quotes are like seem like ramblings of a madman.
Come on, buddy. Buddy. I saw something. Someone in the streets. I got out of there quick, but my God, it was like a furnace. I got turned around. I don't know where I am. What the hell happened to this city? And why can't I remember?
This is interesting as well, because the one thing I kind of don't really have in my theory is an explanation for you see, I don't know if anyone has watched this or seen this before, but the fire giant, if anyone knows what I'm on about. For my theory to make any sense, I am going to put it in there just because it fits, and that is wrath. As the wrath of God, basically, the fire demon. Because if you look at it, you catch a glimpse of it properly when you're not running away from it, and it kind of looks like you, but with a hat. Why it has a hat, I don't know, but I'll try to take a proper look at it when it comes again. I want to see what happens now. Do I go through a doorway? Because there's different times when you get hit that you see different things. Like go through a doorway now. If this takes me out to the doorway in the alley, then like it's kind of a fade. Right, that was a fade. Perfect. Just so I know. The enemy. Interesting. Okay. Take them Barry. No, the last time I played this, they were fairly passive as well. They didn't really run at me as such. My theory about him is kind of smashed as well. Because generally when they look at you, they kind of like stun with glowing eyes. Can you fuck off, please? Like good old light. See, I'm trying to remember what comes up next now. Like I know it's fresh in the noggin. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down. Yeah. God damn boiler. Sorry. Oh, sorry. The It was free once. I was gonna see it. Very English. Okay. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Matty. Yeah. Again, this is free on the PSN network, and if anyone hasn't played it yet, I implore you to play it. Now, my theory on this game is my own theory. Like Joshua was saying to me when I was playing it, is that you take what you will from it. And my theory, you will probably have a different theory to me. And if anyone has played it and has a theory, please let me know. Because it's very interesting. Burning through my batteries, I want to stop using them. I don't know why it's doing that. Is it running out of batteries or not? I remember this guy's little. Actually did come down this way before. Have I? Did I come down this way? Right, TV. Ah, here we go. Knew there had to be something to value.
I had a toy, like this little glowworm toy, and you know, I put it like on the lamp, you know, help to like light it up at night, and you know, it'll stay warm and it wouldn't make the room so dark. I didn't really like dark rooms, but it was more of like scary movies, which I knew was fake, but as a kid, you still have this imagination and everything. I don't know where my little glowworm is. I guess he got lost.
It keep getting dark for me all of a sudden. Newt. Finally make it home and it's all fucked up. Someone's been in your place, touching your stuff, leaving shit that's not yours lying around. And the girl at the door is like, no baby, no, it's cool, you just forgot, please. Yeah, this is far from cute. Wait for it. It's a horror game. And I put in quotations because on the surface it's a horror, psychological horror, but it's much more than that. You just have to find your answer. Right, I've been on this before already. Okay, let's go back. Now, the significance of the TVs, my guessing is that, because they're littered all over the place, is that it symbolises media's hold upon the world. An idol that has taken over. she is. This time round, my flashlight is not helping me out this time round. It lasted for ages last time. Ooh, I didn't know I could go here. Okay. Alright, I don't think anything is worth here. Oi! Someone's screaming at me, yelping at me. There's nothing back there. Yes, that is the exact feeling I got when I first played. I was like, oh, this is Outlaw Last Clone. No. Elements are kind of, but it really isn't. Trying to think what route I took. I don't want to miss anything. Hey.
Just, you know, walking down the street, it just shows how people are. I hate to use the word hate, but sometimes you just have to hate people for how they are, the way they are. It's not because it's the way their mother and their father raised them. It's just the way they choose to act. Even though their mother and their father treated them well, they choose to be mean and evil because they don't get things their way.
And these quotes are very interesting as well, because it's a lot of things are based on human thought, or it's human thought and human thought process on behaviors, society, the way we think about life, death. These are like the thoughts of humanity, which solidifies my theory as well. Like it just makes it a little bit more tangible, because why would any normal person need to know all this information unless it was someone of a kind of a higher power who has to make a judgment, getting all these tidbits of information before making the final decision. But I did have two, so you might have been duped with the second one. Right, okay, let's continue forth. Oh, I knew it was coming. God damn it. Stupid thing. No stone unturned. You wanna get me on the way back as well? Probably is. Yeah, bastard. that looks like progression, so I'm gonna go back. And shit. Okay, it's fine. Keep going forward. Ah, yes, I remember this part. She's got scars, you know. If you ever see her naked, you can't miss them. Back when she was young and sweet, she liked to play with matches. The whole neighborhood could hear the scream. Okay. I like your style, whiskey and cigarettes. I like it. Yeah, I know where to go. He's gone down where I need to go. You see, I'm trying to still figure out from my own theory what the hell these guys are. Because they're like, they're very demonic in a sense. And the thing is, you can't take things in this game as face value. So, like, their eyes light up bright gold when they see you. So, from my theory's sake, if you are playing as a god character, if someone sees you and you see their face, their eyes are gonna like burn, aren't they? Because like they're looking upon the face of God. I don't know. Because they're kind of like stunned almost at the moment they see you, eyes shining gold, and then they attack. Because they're like, what the fuck is going on? Maybe. Look at his eyes burning. He's like, what is that? Don't fucking chase me now. Hey. Yeah. Interesting theory you have there as well, Matty. And thank you for the follow as well, and that's Nisha22, thank you for that follow as well. Right, okay, I'm gonna make an old, I know I did this the last time, I book it. Fuck these guys. Probably gonna get smacked anyway, so it's fine. Alright. So if I remember, this is the plant area. And we're coming up to the city, or the red light district as they say. This is where like the main points of my theory come into play. And you see it coming up, because I explain it as it comes up. But again, if you play it, come up with your own kind of take on it. Try not to let what I say influence over there. And batteries.
So, why'd you break up with Dana anyway? You two seemed made for each other, you know? Like the perfect pair. Can't imagine her with anyone else. But, hey, I mean, you were so busy back then. Hard to make time. Believe me, I know.
Now, when you're thinking about this kind of line here, that, you know, the man on the phone is saying that you're a perfect pair, you didn't have time. Now, when that line kind of throws me a little bit, because it's like, what kind of context could you put that with? Because you can't think of it as the story it's trying to convey you. So what I'm thinking is that, you know, the decision making was kind of put on hold.
No.
The judgment was put on hold, maybe. She's backing off. Now this guy starts following me. This guy is fairly interesting. I'm gonna have a bit of a stalk. He's gonna keep following me no matter what. And when I first played this game, I was fucking terrified. I was like, what the fuck? Leave me alone. Don't worry about it, Maddie. Keep it up. He kind of caught me the first time, so I'm going to try and go as far as I can without being caught.
You left all your things when you went away, you know. I ended up stacking it together. I made a little art project out of it. I don't know. I thought it might help me figure out what went wrong. I'll take my share of the blame. I can be hard to read, but I never gave up on you. And I guess that's what hurts the most. That you gave up on us.
Okay. Away from me. Right, so that kind of scene there, from what I'm taking of that is like, you know, that from my theory is that like God kind of like gave up on the earth, kind of at that point. Alright, he always stop fucking making a mess, mate. Right, so the whole point of the game is not to get it. What I'm trying to explain is my own kind of theory of the game. So what I'm taking from it is that you're playing, it's given a perspective of God. No, I'm not religious in any sense, said this at the start of the video, but this is the kind of feeling that I'm getting from it. And it's you're following Dana, who is the woman, and she is leading you towards your judgment. Lyle Smeagol giving me batteries. Cheers, mate. What else you going to do? I did not know he gives you batteries. Cheers, buddy. Right. Look at all those losers acting like it's some kind of naughty party. You want to wear a mask and jerk off like a chicken farmer? Be my guest. Go ahead and dance and puke, you loser. Right, so he looks like a disgraced one of the creatures that was attacking me earlier, maybe. Okay. So he wasn't a bad guy. But this here, this is where the game started getting interesting. Not my body. My judgment is sound. Be gone. You see, even though he was captured by those guys and was literally sentenced to death, he was still sympathetic.
It was just something inside of me that was steadily fighting, you know, the negative energies within me. I had this light that was still fighting, you know, trying to keep myself sane. Really, it was all about, it was trying to make me be on a low level to where like I was just doing drugs and just being a sloth. I had to fight that and just still, live.
Now, you see some really, really interesting characters coming up. I'll explain my theory on each character as well. Coming up. This phone call.
Buddy, let me tell you a story. My neighbor would let his cat out every night. and it'd screech and yowl till God knows when. Whole neighborhood couldn't sleep. I warned my neighbor, but he kept letting it out. So, I took care of it. I mean, I didn't want to, buddy, but you know what? It had to be done.
Okay, so there's every sort of sin in this city. Right, see there, your man with the golden mask. Now, I did research on the whole philosophy of golden masks, and it is said that when someone is false or kind of thinking that they're above everyone else, like you'd have people who are religious but they're the kind of wrong type of people, like that have a mask of religion about themselves and think they're better than everyone because of it. That is what these guys are. They're dressed smart, they have clearly good weapons and stuff, and they just have these golden masks on because they think that they're better than anyone else, and they can force their will upon other people because of it, and they justify themselves because they have this mask. What's cracking? What's popping? What are you writing, buddy? Don't want to do this anymore. You said we could have fun, but then you ran off. I don't know where, and something is coming. And oh God, please, not my fingers, not my fingers, please. This scene as well is very interesting. No, that scene that just happened, that was like, say, someone that they looked down upon and they were beating and subjugating, finally got one up over them. But, as all things come, there's a bit of karma. So, off you go. Circle of life, or the circle of society, the bad circle. So this is the red light district area. Okay. They chose to lock the door, they chose to set themselves on fire, they wanted me to watch. See, I'm wondering what she's craving there, like light? I think it's like when someone has like happiness or something, has found something they really want, there's always going to be like maybe someone to try and take it away. Whereas people hoard it for themselves, possibly. Interesting. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Hey, me. So obvious. The first time I was playing, I was like, that guy wants to batter me, so I'm just gonna go around. Right, and there's another interesting scene here. This part right here is very interesting because this guy is like, I want to get out, I want to get out. Right, and he's begging to be let out. So let's let him out and see what happens. Rejoicing because he's been let out of his imprisonment. Then he realizes, well shit, what do I do now? Is it better to go out into the unknown or go back where it's safe? He chooses to go back. That's powerful right there. I noticed that the first time I was playing it. These guys want to batter me, but I'm gonna have any part in that.
Like, probably by the time my brother's like 30, it'll be way worse. Nobody's really cares, and it's just gonna get worse. His kid, I don't know, like, probably 100 years from now it'll be really bad. Yeah, I think it's horrible. I don't think anyone should be alive. Maybe like seeing the world would be cool, or making like really great art, but I think other than that there's no real point in life.
Can you just turn around and leave? Alright, they're just giving me the stink eye. I was wondering if they noticed the fella in the cage. Okay. Look at this sneaky fool here. That was the guy who wanted to absolutely batter me, but I wasn't going to fall into that trap. I noticed how she was holding the mirror as well. Despair over physical appearance, I'm guessing. Now, if I remember, though, these people just start to drop like flies, as far as I can remember. Oh yeah, this fella's oh no, they're just spazzing out. Fair enough. Right, there was one choice I made here. Note. Something huge is moving outside of reality, something black and dead and hungry. It doesn't believe in time, it's gnawing its way in, gnawing its way through the wall. Eternity, gnawing its way through the soul. choose to take the brick. Oh, do I only have one choice? Oh yeah, I did only have one choice. You want none of that? Oh, I was going to be able to get another choice. Yeah, I don't want any of that. Thanks. I remember when I was first playing this game, I saw this room and I was like, nope, nah. And look, that maze symbol is there again. So this kind of bit is kind of giving you a tour, another in-depth tour of the place. So this is like giving you like a bird's eye view of all the scene in the city. Make my cigarette really quickly because I think I'm going to be resuming control here now in a minute. Because this is another interesting part of the game, which I found very disturbing the first time I saw it. I was like, what the fuck is this? But this does have some symbolism in it. Basically, yeah, they're just. Oh, okay. Alright. I didn't try and go in the last time. They're, horse playing. And they're like, making love to TVs. Obviously something to do with media there. After he slit the ogre's belly, he discovered the maiden still alive inside. Still alive, but gutted by his sword. All her dirty insides spilled out onto the cold stone floor. Her delicate fingers frantically scrapping the stuff again, notice this woman up here. She has a golden mask and is dressed fancy. Eyes light in gold. Again, that is symbolism for the mask of fakery, basically. Oh, she wants my fucking brains. She can go back to where she was. What the fuck is she doing over here? Away, please. Kinda want to see what's happening. Nothing, of course, there is. So let's carry on. Alright, I want to see this interaction. Okay, you see how I proved my point? Wow, what a bitch.
I was standing still, so overwhelmed because I was blown up into all the energies. There were demons in certain people's fields. I was shocked, stunned, and scared, and I stared right at this person who had a demon, and he was not facing me, but he turned right around and stared at me like whatever that entity was, knew that it was being seen by me, and his whole being shifted. There was this major, powerful collision of energies in that moment.
This guy's frustrated. He's gonna like box me if I try to go close to him. So after a while, it's only the dirty shit she wants. The pigs at the through. At the trough, the naked sweaty flesh under the leather strap. They're all looking up at her stupid blank faces, tongues out. Watch, pretty birdie, she'll teach you good. Okay.
Buddy, I saw him again. The fire. I could barely breathe. Listen, I just want you to know, no matter how bad things get, I'm here for you. You feel the same way? Don't you, buddy? I mean, if I was in a jam, you'd have my back, right? I know you would.
Right, so that sentence there is interesting because, again, he's on about the fire, which, in my theory of things, is the wrath of God, basically. So, because you're playing as perspective of God, the fire is the wrath. So he's basically going, God, gee, you know, I've seen the wrath, you know, and you know, you have our backs, you know, you won't let anything bad happen to us. Us meaning humanity. Hearing these again under my theory, it's very interesting. And here is another scene. If you're of a shocking nature, look away now. 'Cause this is kind of grim. Here first. Batteries. Right, so basically this is symbolising, I'm going to guess that people enjoy other people's suffering. Right, so this is basically a never-ending loop, so I can leave now after doing that. Maybe it could have worked, grow some wings of your own, fly up into the clear blue, all that lovely dovey crapola from here to Sunday, but you and me, we know better. She wants you down in the dirt, otherwise how can she be clean? Alright.
Huh?
Love, it's wonder, it's challenging, it's scary, it's liberating, it's every shade of the rainbow, it's light, it can be dark. Love is totally necessary. I mean, it's the quest, right? Aren't we all looking for love and hungry for love?
And if everyone is enjoying the stream, feel free to leave a follow. I'd really appreciate that as well. This coming up as well is very interesting because after seeing that horrific scene, this starts to happen. Look at that. Man with a briefcase. After that scene, after you try to help everyone, this happens. Which is clear to me, is that after you try to show mercy to these people, it still happens no matter what.
It's starting to unravel.
So you get angry, so the wrath comes and fucking murks everyone. Because, you know, it's like, you know, I try to help these people.
You want to try again? To go back to the way it used to be? I remember when we first met, you were gonna conquer the world. You came so close. But then you wasted the chance. What makes you think you won't do the same thing again? I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
See, that line is very, Go back to the way things were. So, like, you can't take every little thing they say at face value, so... batteries. You invite him home and oh, he's good, and then you roll over to coax another session and his skin is coming off like white tissue paper, all black and rotted underneath, sticky hot tar smeared on your thighs. Okay. Phone should start ringing.
What you expect? It just goes and goes. Doesn't stop for you, me, or anybody. You just gotta get out. Oh, shit. No. That's his place. Fuck.
See there, I think he was like trying to come up, like so much explained to you that look, that is just the way things go. You know, can't shit. So what choices here? I know I went yes, I don't think they go the same way.
He knows everything. You can't. He's here. Run. Run, buddy. Run.
Right, so I kind of got a good look at it. He does look like your character with a briefcase in a hat. That's interesting. What is everyone making of the game so far? I'd like to know what you think of it. Yeah, I think there's definitely something up around here.
There's so much shadow and oppression and lies and confusion. If we were given the truth of what it really means to be a sexually embodied individual, and those at the top that are making all this money from feeding us this archetype of control, if people aren't awake in their own sexual essence, they're more easily controlled.
And thank you, Rival, for the follow. Much appreciated, man. Yeah, this is a bit trippy here. Few ways I can go. I think I went. I'm trying to think, which way did I go last time? yes, I did go this way. Alright, let's go here again, because I think there's definitely a note down here.
Stillness is a muscle. It's going in and into the core of our being and uniting with that mystical, omnipotent, omnipresence, that spark that unites us back with Source. But there's so many layers of reality that we identify with that makes it hard to get in. There's conceptual reality. It's one layer of reality.
Yeah, no. Do not want what you're selling. Right, so I know down here there's something. I haven't gone around here, I don't think. I don't want to miss anything. Batteries? There is so much.
There's so many unseen forces. There's the esoteric realms. There's entities that are ETs, that are demons and angels, that we invite into our field whether we're conscious of it or not. So I can see you, yet there could be so much going on within you that I'm not seeing. There's stuff within me that I'm feeling and I'm picking up on, and maybe I can't even consciously speak on what that is.
Whoa, okay. What? Okay, don't go to where the way out says. The fucking... What a troll. That's pretty cool though. Note. Yes, there is a dead horse in the meadow, but don't look at it. Have another sandwich and don't look at it. The sky is so blue, and wow, those flowers, and don't look at it. I said, this is such a perfect picnic. Don't. Yes, the flies, I know, don't. Okay. You last wandered in your apartment sometime this evening, no unique physical or personal characteristics. interesting about the missing posters. See, that threw me off the last time as well. I was like, oh, you know, did I get murdered? But it does stand with my theory, my God theory, because, you know, a lot of people are like disillusioned, oh, God's gone, you know, God doesn't exist. So these missing posters make sense. Turn off that TV. Batteries. When you find, I think you missed the last time from this section. When you find the green room, stare at the maze on the wall. Okay, will do. What does it say again? He was there at the end. And it's a little quote as well from like a bit of my theories, like, oh, you know, someone wrote that. I was like, oh, God was there at the end, you know. Again, I'm not religious, but it's kind of just where my head is at with this. There are things in the walls, she can hear them moving sometimes, all the ghosts from all the ghost stories. All the sad make-believes picking away at the plaster. What are those? What? What? Oh my god. I just figured out I have motion control. Okay, I'm gonna have some fun with that. That's cool. I did not know that. Whoa, okay. That's dope. I'm so happy about that. And this is the green room. Right, yeah, I missed. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely did miss that part. Okay. Yeah, who made that fucking sound? I'm gonna have so much fun with that. I think that maze also has some significance. I'm gonna have to do a bit of research on that kind of a symbol. I don't know if it's their typical maze pattern. There's definitely significance there, and I haven't really figured out what. Yeah, this guy, I remember that. No, I'm not falling for that fucking trick again. No, thank you. Sorry. most motion control is so cool. Oh, I don't remember that. Wait, what? Do I have to be hit? I think I might have to be, yeah? Okay. Or maybe not. Okay, yeah, I just figured that out. Once she put a mouse in a jar, but she forgot to leave any air holes. Just sealed it up good and tight. Not mean, just careless. Funny mousey gas all night before it croaked. Nasty bloated dead thing. Alrighty. Yeah, Rival, this is my second time through. I have a theory about it. I've been speaking about it. But yeah, this is my second run through because I want to see if there's stuff that I've missed, stuff that would kind of either put me on a new trail of thought or just kind of solidify my own experience
I
of
had
the
to
game.
kill a snake. I just took a stick and I immobilized her neck, and then another stick in her head. And I cried a lot. I said, oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't want to kill you. You know, we are part here of the same thing. Because when you are in this limit space, you feel limit, but at the same time, you are so free from everything.
What I'm really interested about as well are these quotes. Like, I'd love to, if a bit of light was shined on these quotes. Were like, are these scripted, or, you know, were they actually interviews, like snippets of interviews? Because that would be very interesting to know, actually. Because a few of them have some heavy topics, and not just the heavy topics, but even just like free human thought. Ah, that's cool. There were people on the street, interviews people in the lake. Ah, very good. I like that. That makes it even better for me. That's fantastic. And like you can tell, like I'd find it hard to believe it was scripted. It seems like general conversation, which is really authentic. successfully placed. I want to see. Yeah. Yeah, my theory on that's been like the wrath of God, like your perspective. I think that's a good theory to have. Because the scene in the theatre, if you remember, you try your best to save everyone, you don't, people are still cheering anyway, come out of the theatre, boom, that is the wrath right there doing its thing. Look at your face, buddy. Has its resemblance. I'll give it that. More batteries. I'm so happy about these motion controls. How did I not notice them in the first playthrough? So much fun. I'm happy with that. We're going to take the bandages off now. You just have to be brave for her sake. Just smile and tell her it's okay. It's bad, I know, but you have to be brave. No, stop. Come back. She's still your daughter. Come back. Yeah, I just did a bit when the shoes came out of the closet. Like, what are those? And I was like, what? Mind absolutely blown. It's nearly so much as the ending of this game. So cool. And it's such a pity that I don't have a VR headset, because this game VR would be like, I'd say that's the truest experience of this game. Oh, okay. I think the skill is most important. VR builds people, changes how you do things. Yeah, I would definitely say so. Because even in this playthrough, there's stuff I'm noticing that obviously I didn't notice in my first playthrough, because I took most things at face value, be it the dangers. I learned very quickly that you don't know what's going to attack you, what's not going to attack you. Learning the value of if you get caught by one of these things, or if you get damaged, what's the consequence of that. And you know, when I first got the game and when I read the description, it was like, it's a horror game, you know. So I was thinking horror game mentality. I have to go, I have to, you know, survive. But that, you know, again, another thing you can't take at face value. So you just kind of have to brace yourself. What are behind the scenes? subtle ways to know who's dangerous. The red light district. There are symbols. These symbols represent how people will treat you. Yes, I did realise this as well. I don't know if you were around when I was playing the red light district again for the second time, but the golden masks, I have a theory about that I think you might enjoy. Now I was doing research on the symbology of masks, especially golden ones, and one thing I found really interesting was the mask of, let's say if someone's religious, or if they use their religion or their higher moral judgments as a mask to do wrongdoing because they feel that they're better than everyone else. It's kind of like the silver spoon theory. If you're born with a silver spoon, or you're part of a upper class, you automatically have this mask of, I can do no wrong because I am better than everyone else and I was brought up in a better way and I know better. But really, it's just a mask so that you can get away with whatever you want to do, be it evil. Because I noticed as well, with the people with the golden mask, they were dressed all proper, they had dresses, the men wore suits, trench coats, whereas everyone else was in kind of like baggy clothes, rags, what have you. Very interesting. Thank you. Did a bit of homework. Now I know like not everything in my theory sticks, but not oh. Interesting. No, I haven't been caught by him in this area, so I'm interested to know what happens, because every time you get a kind of this scene, it doesn't always go the way you expect. Like here. Now this is an interesting scene.
So during a certain point of the night, I could listen to the wind, but it was not like a regular wind. It was a really strong presence, and I could feel that it was the force of the wind combining and meeting the force of the water. This spirit of the water, it's called Iemanjá, and the spirit of the wind is called Ian Sun. So when they meet, you could feel the presence in yourself.
That's a cool quote, and I'm guessing it's from a Native American, but I like it. Right, if everyone would bear with me, I need to get a glass of water because my mouth is really dry, and there is going to be a lot of talking coming up. So I'm going to get a glass of water, so don't be tripping up my words. Be right back. Stay like that. Back. Right. Back. And I've got my skill glass with my water. Okay. Let's get back into it. Joshua, man. I gotta say, I would love to have been a fly on the wall for this entire creative process. I would love to what I've gone through everyone's head. Because I was reading up about some of the creation of the game as well, and the whole
But where does it start?
way
That's where our brain
that
is.
he
That's where
tested
our thoughts, our
was
process.
fantastic.
What is it? Is it just a room for all of these ideas? Is it a holding space? Is it even truly ours? Are we just floating through here and floating through other places at the same time that we're just not aware of? What we hold on to, what we see the most, is what we've decided to believe. Your consciousness could be anything and nothing all at once. Anything is possible. It's just how much you're open to and willing to believe.
Hey, Mayan. Nice one. What did you think of the game? What did you take from it? Please share. Dimmy Try, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Any theories as to what's going on? This is the cool part. Definitely coming up here. And what I've taken from this, because like you're kind of a space setting, your pillars. Could it be the pillars of creation? Oh. I want to be able to see all this again. So I'm very sure. Okay, regain control. Yes, right. I'm going to roll the correct secret. Now, that part just happened. No, I don't. Still so much to dissect over that. There was a lot going on there. And like the first time there was no hope of me making any sense of it because I was just what is going on? I think at that point I was still thinking I was trying to find a girl, but yeah, there's a lot going on there, and I think, like, if I'm not wrong, now don't quote me on it, but those kind of symbolism at the end is very Buddhist inspired, possibly. But again, I'd need to go back and look at that again in detail. If I could get like something frame by frame, like I might do that. I might rewatch this video back after the stream and see it frame by frame. Trying to chase me, bastard. Yeah, and my theory about their glowing eyes. Now, you couldn't see the eyes of the people with the animal faces, because the animal faces covered up everything. These guys, you can see their eyes because they glow whenever they look at you, and it's almost like they're in pain when they see you. Which, but then when the people with the golden masks see you, their eyes also light up gold, but almost in rage, which is a thing you have to keep in mind. I don't think I checked this area out last time. Because again, the first time I played this, it was a case of, oh, these guys are dangerous, I don't want to be killed. So, I may have skipped out on a lot in this area. Hold up a second. Devastating reports from Dead City victims, too numerous to be counted. Witness their motionless sunset at the mouth of the cave. Hammerhead shark spotted. Can I make out that headline? Same thing. They're interesting. I wonder what the news reports are actually trying to portray. The Evening Lamprey. Down there. Batteries. Down this way. Oh, oh. No, you don't. No. Hi. Don't let him hit you twice. Cool thing is they don't follow you into houses, which is another interesting thing. I'm just gonna leave them be. He was here at the end. You see that? That sentence. Because again, with my theory, it's like God was there at the end, you know? He passed judgment. Or he will pass judgment. Takes all night to dig it up. And all you get for your trouble is a box of cold cuts. You say you want a pig, but it don't work like that, son. That crank only turns one way. I'd love to know what the quotes from the pages are from as well, because they seem like more quotes from people. Don't know, or. Is that fucking stone moving? Is that my imagining? They're rotating. That I did not notice. They're all rotating. Okay, that's cool. Again, another little detail I didn't see in my first playthrough because I was so worried about dodging these guys. Can't take everything at face value. More batteries. Hey, hello, it's just me. It's the G. Nothing to see here. Yeah, get it.
We end up in customs, halfway in the middle, and buy a new spaceship to undo to hit Control Z over and over and over again until you have a stopping point, and then you hit the checkpoint and run backwards, and you lateralis out. Limbo to some, Limbus to the immortal, and I guess just to everyone else.
There's a fecker around here. Right, he was looking.
like a steady faith, but you know, ebbs and flows. But I think perhaps a quieter assurance of right decisions, wrong decisions, or the need to make a change in your life, rather than like the bolt of lightning kind of moment. I think some people naturally inclined, like personality-wise, might process and receive information like that, and others don't.
Right, I don't remember seeing this part the first time I played. Away from the past, and we're gonna go down that way. Fucking see me. Okay, I'm gonna book it. Hopefully it's not a dead end. Here, leave me alone. Just gonna have to run past them. Okay. Go. I don't remember this map at all. I don't think I was ever here. Okay. I think I did a loop. Something tells me about a loop. Yeah. Okay. I know where I am. I was just like having a lot of look around because I'm pretty sure the first time I played this I kind of missed out on some things.
So much by the law. They're trying to loss everyone out and sort of fighting back on it. And they're sending phony police, they're sending ill-informed police sergeants that do not have the capacity to understand what a permit is, I suppose. It's in the law.
And I just noticed there, mine, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Who's outside? Oh, you're gonna smack me, you're too close. You're not leaving me any room to move there, mate. You wanna move there, buddy?
Buddy, is that you?
No, here. Here.
Buddy? The hell? I can't be. You look so old. But you're not. Wait, buddy. I don't know what's going on here. You just gotta find Dana, man. She can figure this out. You should go. I'll go too. Okay?
So here is where I had the on reflection too. The serpent. Ooh.
You ready? You can do this. I know you can.
Very interesting. There's something to do about that maze. I need to do a bit more research on mazes. The whole serpent, that's very interesting too. Now, here's where I can't.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah. But here,
all
this
right.
is where I can't.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. Right. This is where I came to the realization that when you look in the mirror and it starts talking back at you, that's like God created humanity in His own image.
On 3.
So,
1,
buddy.
2.
Okay, mate. Okay. But God created humanity in His own image. So, therefore, buddy, who He's calling you as, is basically humanity talking back. It's the manifestation, that's the word I was looking for, of humanity. That's who the reflection is. Yeah, don't get pissy at me, I know you see me. Oh, okay. I did not see him there. Yeah, do you want to back the fuck up, please? Please and thank you. I did not see him. I'm still up there as well. Dreamt that I was standing on the edge of a cliff and you were there looking so fine, and I said watch this and jumped. And then I woke up because I was falling, because it hadn't been a dream, because it had never been a dream. Okay. I'd love to know where these little snippets come from as well. That looks like batteries. It is. Book it. Yeah. This way. Don't bother with that. Yeah, I know you see me. No. First time I played this, I did not go into that house. I just noticed that house there. So I'm going to go in that house. These boys right here, they're not make it easy for me. Get away from the house, please. Move it along that way, if you can. I'm just gonna have to just run around. Hey.
Everything in life happens for a reason, period. Everything has led up to this. This is where I'm evidently supposed to be. In order to be where I am, those mistakes had to be made, or I wouldn't be here and who I am today. And that's what my work is all about. It's all inspirational, uplifting. Some of it's a little negative here and there when I've just had a really pissed off day, and it's just like, fuck you, I don't care who you are, fuck you. You could be the Pope, fuck you, you know?
That sounds like an artist, that kind of way. Talking about work, positivity, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna run past you, lickety split. You want no trouble? Yeah. Step up on this porch. I dare you. I'm not gonna aggravate him. Sophie, you made it. Good evening. Hope the little one went down for you alright. I'm gonna wait till this guy does a little cheekity jig. You have to be in my way. Move that way, please. You see? Over there. Good guy. What's that? That's exactly it. You need a bit of me time every now and again. Is there anything actually here? I don't think so. You're right. If I'm right in saying this, does your name say dyslexic nerd? Yeah. If so, okay. But yeah, no, I'm not. But I could have a new state-of-the-art invisible headset. Okay, we'll go with that. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. VR all the way. I'm just gonna have to do it. Hey.
We have this superpower of creativity. Can't take two atoms and beat this shit together and create. I can't. If that's the case, keep beating the atoms and keep. I've yet to see you create shit. Think about how stupid our philosophy is, our wisdom. That everything just fell, boom, 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 in natural order. Oh, a tree is gonna grow. It makes no goddamn sense. Our so-called knowledge that we are stupid.
Fair point, Brandon, lady. Oh, here comes Wrath. No, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in this house, but all the same, I gotta check. thought so. Yeah, they really did. The quotes as well. Oh, okay, thanks for the heads up. I really think that looks like your own character with a fedora and a pits. So that's like the wrath, God's wrath, kind of. Again, not really. The fat guy and the kid, lately they've been travelling around teaching everyone a new way to party. Dance the alligator dance like they taught you. Put your hands up, shuffle your feet. Oh, sorry, work that noise hole. Another Irish person, yes. I would assume it is very much like Dublin city centre on a Friday night. I've only ever been to Dublin city centre on a Friday night, twice. It was exactly like it. Dead giveaway? Oh, here we go again. He looks so... Oh, I'm stuck. No. Not get me. I'm the gingerbread man. There's a few jump scares. This is my second time playing, so most of the scares are out of the way. Let's see if anything's here now. This is more theory hunting. Yeah, he's a very frightening dude. And so, since there's people talking now, I want to ask, what did you take from the game? What's your own theory on it? Now, if you've been listening to what I've been saying since you've tuned in, just a recap is that my theory is that you are playing as the perspective of God. And Dana here, which I did a bit of research, Muslim, for God is judge or God has judged, and she is leading you on a journey to your final judgment. So let's have a look. And I think this is seen as well as very yes.
Are you sure? Yeah. Have you thought this through? You want to put everything back together, but it doesn't come without the pain. I thought I was over you, but I have to admit, it was great seeing you after so long. Maybe I was wrong about us. I don't know. It's a big decision. Come see me when you've made up your mind.
Yeah, you'll get super spoiled if you continue watching. That's kind of where I'm getting at as well. Only that the person you're playing as is God, or perception of God. Oh, so yeah, just be able to reload here. Okay, load last checkpoint. So, my theory is that you're playing as perception of God. Your reflection in the mirror is the representation of humanity, because God created mankind in his image. So, of course, it would look the same. Dana then is representing your judgment, and she's taking you through the journey to make up your mind. The good thing is there isn't a story. There's kind of a base story, but as Joshua explained, you've kind of overlooked that. But it's whatever you take from the game. Don't let my thoughts sway you any bit. It's the way I'm seeing it. Oh yeah, that does fix things up. Yeah, I did notice in my screen, I thought maybe it was a bit of a bug to do with the VR. It is a beautiful game. The abstractness, like, again, like I've said it about a million times throughout the stream, I'm not religious, but it's just different symbols and stuff that has made me come to the way of thinking. There's a lot of social kind of power, socialism. What am I getting out here? Fuck, lost my chair of thought. But societal messages about like what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, like the sins of humans and all that. What we all care about, what drives people. Class system is in the game. But this is like, this kind of trail of thought is what I'm taking from it anyway. The good thing is no one could be either right or wrong, so it's all good. Like this scene here is absolutely class, magnificent. Oh, it is. Like, if anyone likes the bit of the smoke, do not play this game under the influence of smoke. You will never sleep again. Like, you get the close up there, he kind of looks like your character, only with a hat on. All I'm saying, you know? It's like the wrath.
When I came back, this was all I found. A dead planet with nothing left of you but ashes. So I went away, and I tried to forget you.
Because the way I'm thinking is that Donna and your character are one in the same. Because there's different things that says otherwise, but I think it's one the
maybe
same.
I did want to see you again, so I created a place for you to come back to. This place. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember every detail of how it was. It's just been so long. Now it's up to you. You need to decide whether there's a way forward. choose whether he lives or he dies. Whether everyone lives or everyone stays dead. I am sorry to put this burden on you.
Yeah, I would assume so. I'd love to play this game in VR. Yeah, this is life. And hello, Nirvana, man. And if you've all liked the stream, feel free to follow. Gladly appreciate that.
Ah, you made it. I knew you could. Buddy, I talked to Dana. I hate to tell you this, but she says this is it for you, pal. You're on the wrong side of the mirror. You and this place, you're gonna go away. But as for where I go, that's all up to you. Take my hand, and I get a second chance. All of us get a second chance.
Blah, blah, blah,
That
blah,
hammer?
blah, blah, blah. Mine.
That's the other choice.
Blah, blah. No,
You don't
I've
need
just
to use
gotten
that, because I've changed.
realization.
I've learned so much from you. That bully in the
wait.
sewers, you did the right thing. I see that now. And at the theater, you did everything you could, and all the other things you did in the city.
Maybe, I don't know.
I get it. I understand who I need to be. It's your call, buddy. And we're
Right.
asking you to pull us out. It's what you're here for.
I'm thinking,
Come on,
right,
buddy. Take my hand.
Like, I'm thinking, was the roles reversed between human and creator? Now, when you go to that room,
This is your final act. Make it a good one.
Right, so I'm gonna pull him off. Right, so when you go into that room where he first talks to you.
Thank you, buddy. I can't thank you enough.
I need to look at this again. One second now.
Just like I remember. I can't wait to get started.
Right, so when you're in the room with the mirror at first and he starts talking, right? In the room with you there's a painting of a serpent, whereas in the mirror there's the symbol of the maze, which is the same symbol you see throughout the game. At that moment of looking in the mirror, are the roles reversed? Thinking so. Possibility. Because all throughout the game you see this maze symbol, but then it's in the reflection. Or reverse. Possibility. Talks through throughout the entire game. Yeah, that is true though. damn it, there's so much more thinking to do. But what I want to do is I want to do a level kind of selection there and do the wrong choice, like the class as wrong choices. So Joshua, yes, definitely, and I will read it. I want to do the bad choices to see the other side of things, because I'm definitely interested in that. Because I'm going to do the bad choices, see what the man says. Possibly smash the mirror and see what happens. So I'm going to do that. Just gotta wait for these credits to roll. Mind you, going by what the dyslexic kid said, that Dana, let's say that we'll put Dana as the God figure, right? Because Dana is God. God's meaning in Muslim, God has judged or God is judge. Okay, so put at that, and then let's say you're playing as yourself in your own representation, and then Buddy, the guy who's talking to you, represents all of humanity. Possibly. Interesting. There's a few ways you could put it. But I'm still thinking that you're playing as the perspective of God, only because of Fury, or I'm dubbing it Fury anyway. Don't know if anyone else has a name for Big Fire Guy, but Fury I'm calling it. Fury basically looks, I'm going to say, very, very like your character model, only with a fedora and a briefcase. And every time, like that scene at the theater, when you've done everything like right, then boom, there's some vengeance up in there. And Dyslexic Nerd, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. So what I'm going to do now, level select, go back. I wonder now if I level select, will it carry my choices over? I hope it will. So I want to go back to the Smeagol and smash his head in. That's a good take. I do like that take as well. It's gone. That's a good representation of it as well. And I love how it, like, we were going all about like gods and all that kind of stuff, and then you read online and the reviews and they're like, you know, oh, it's a social political message. It's like gotta scrub that layer too. It's very, yeah, I like that take too. Because it is almost a dream world. It is a dream world. Abstract representation of humanity. And again, while this is going on, I'm just gonna run down and grab another glass of water. God, I need it. And then level select. Alright. That's some high quality H2O. Basically gives choice, give mankind a second chance, your old self, or stay in her vision of heaven. I think Rat's Nest is where I need to go. Joshua, buddy, if you were still here, if I level select and change choices, does it carry over if I move forward? Or do I have to play on from that point? Bro. Fuck it, do I have my window open? I think I do. Here we go, I'm going to experiment. You need to play on from what I remember. Okay, so this is what I want to change, because I usually save little Smeagol here. And I missed this part at the start, which is very, like, he gives it batteries. I mean, what a dude. Yeah, thanks. Here, you just want a little rub? One little rub? There you go, buddy. No, you're gonna die. I still have so much fun with these motion controls. But if it auto saves after this point, does it rewrite my decision? Can't call. What do you say, Mr. Wolfman? That is. Oh, that was brutal. Hit your man a few times. Ruthless, most evil.
this light that was still fighting, you know, trying to keep myself sane. Really, it was just all about, it was trying to make me be on a low level, feel like I was just doing drugs and just being a sloth. I had to fight that and just still, you know, live.
Wait, does he get battered? Yep. Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely representative of the upper class. Golden masks, nice clothes. Definitely. Hoi hoi hoi. Aztec Bunny, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Sorry if I don't notice you straight away as well, because they pop up on my phone, I have to look at them actively. I'm gonna have to go down this way first.
Buddy, let me tell you a story. My neighbor would let his cat out every night, and it'd screech and yowl till God knows when. Whole neighborhood couldn't sleep. I warned my neighbor, but he kept letting it out. So, I took care of it. I mean, I didn't want to, buddy, but you know what? It had to be done.
Quit it. All the bad choices. I don't know if that's classed as a good choice or a bad choice for you. I'm not too sure. Yeah, rip horseman indeed. I'm going to be skipping a lot of things here, so... Look Is there another choice here? Suppose you could choose not to do it, but I'm going for the old evil route here. No bother, Joshua, and thank you for stopping by. Soldier of War, thank you for the follow, man. Oh, give me a box. Don't get too close. You shouldn't have made it. So I'm just going to play to the theater and see if I can get like a safe enough kind of way to get to a safe point. Finish basically the red light district and then see at the end if there's any difference. Wondering if there's any difference. Good thing that Dublin City on a Friday out night isn't like this though. That's Limerick City. Yeah, that snake painting shows up every once in a while. Is it a snake? Dragon? I don't know. What do you think, guys? Is that a snake or a dragon or... It definitely has some significance. Peanut butter jelly time. Wanna not walk over here from my big place? I think the theater is coming up as well, so... She didn't spot me this time. Sweet. Haven't read that, no. She got wings, so she's an angel, right? So yeah, dummy, of course she doesn't get it. All the laughing and killing and fucking, it's not her thing, but she does like to watch. That's the angel kink. Whatever you say. Can you see the show, please? Oi! I'm running your shit. Let me in, bitch.
You feel the same way, don't you, buddy? I mean, if I was in a jam, you'd have my back, right? I know you would.
Okay, now you let me in. Cheers. Right, so in this scene I do nothing. Take it away. Skip the entire thing. Fair enough. Don't need any of these. Should all be ashamed of yourselves. Right, so it's safe to say once I'm through these doors, I'm pretty much in the checkpoint. Because this is the new area.
You want to try again? To go back to the way it used to be? I remember when we first met, you were gonna conquer the world. You came so close. But then you wasted the chance. What makes you think you won't do the same thing again? I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
Right, okay, that's level select. Now if I go down, Cathedral. Loading disable override current progress. Yes? That is what I want? I think? Because they're the only kind of significant choices that are pointed out. I think. And let me roll cigarette, and I shall make choice. I'm gonna have to ask Josh again if the studio makes any other games. I'll be quite interested to know. Well, actually, I'll just look up the studio, see if they have any other games in the works, or if they have any previous titles, because I'd be quite interested to play some more of these kind of games, especially from this company. Really good. Alright.
Pretty soon,
I hope you got the
choose whether he lives or he
safe
dies.
state.
Whether everyone lives or everyone stays dead. I am sorry to put this burden on you.
Ah, you made it. I knew you could. Buddy, I talked to Dana. I hate to tell you this, but she says this is it for you, pal. You're on the wrong side of the mirror. You and this place, you're gonna go away. But as for where I go, that's all up to you. Take my hand, and I get a second chance. all of us, get a second chance. That hammer? That's the other choice. But you don't need to use that, because I've changed. I've learned so much from you. That creep in the sewers. You did the right thing. I see that now.
Okay.
And at the theater. You did everything you could, and all the other things you did in the city. I get it. I understand who I need to be. It's your call, buddy. And we're asking you to pull us out.
Really matter.
It's what you're here for.
The only thing really that different was the creepy sewers. Nah, mate, you're not.
Come on. What are you doing? You're not thinking right. You're throwing it all away. Don't do it! Don't do it, buddy!
Bang. At least I got the trophy nihilist. That's it, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, that was interesting enough. So either way, in the sewers, your man's gonna say he's done the right thing. Even though, because he could creep. What the frick? I mean, he gives you batteries, man. Those precious resources. It's like, oh, he's my dude. Very good game. I'm gonna find out if they have done more games. But it is 10 past 2 at the moment now. I'm working. So I'm going to leave it up for today, for tonight. For everyone who followed today, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And each of you will be getting a link to my Discord. So thank you so much again. And I will let everyone know when I'm streaming again. I don't know what I'll be streaming next. I'll let everyone know in the Discord, and I'll throw it up on the channel as well. I know that the other free game this month was Mafia 3, so I may get that because I picked it up, and I don't know if I was going to stream it, but I might. No, I do that on this channel. Free games on PSN, I will stream them because they are worthwhile games. Again, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for following. And I hope everyone has a good night, good day, lovely evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.